Welcome back to Saturday AM. Now, shocking figures show that children are said to consume an average of 2 kilos of sugar this Easter weekend, which is the equivalent of 57 fizzy drinks.
I can't even imagine that.
I can.
With this in mind, we're joined by nutritionist Heather Leeson to look at whether or not we can indulge on Easter goodies and stay healthy at the same time. It would appear no.
Impossible.
Well, it's tricky. It is tricky. I mean, I'm all for 80-20, a little bit of what you fancy, but it's the quantity. It's absolutely bonkers what we go through at Easter, and we think it's perfectly fine because everyone's doing it, but actually, it's not.
But it's just one day, Heather.
Yeah, but it's not. I mean, Jeannie, you wouldn't get through your stash of Easter chocolate in a day. We know the statistics are mental. We know we sell 18 million Easter eggs in Ireland. We're the third biggest consumers of chocolate in the world, and kids are getting 8 to 15 Easter eggs
15
over Easter.
Easter eggs?
Yeah, absolutely. It's mental, and that is a serious amount of chocolate. So I was doing my research and went in and I bought some chocolate. And I was asking kids in the supermarket, sorry to the parents whose kids I was accosting, and I was saying, this is my stash, what do you think? And they're like, that's pathetic. There's no big Easter eggs there. That's rubbish. I'd be really disappointed if I got that. Guess how many spoons of sugar is in this little stash here?
So they're, I suppose, medium-sized Easter eggs.
No, they're small. They're small. They're small, and these are the mini. These are the mini.
I'm well acquainted with them.
Those ones filled with goo.
In the
they're
whole
really
lot,
high sugar. How much is in this? How many
I'd
spoons
say
of
there's
sugar?
100 spoons of sugar.
120 spoons of sugar. 120 spoons of sugar in this little stash. That's less than what most people get, but that's still 40 days worth of sugar for a child.
So how much should we have a day? Like 2?
3 teaspoons for a kid. That's the upper recommended. Now, I agree, on Easter, let yourself go a little bit wild, but, you know, one of these eggs filled with a little treat inside it, that's 20 teaspoons of sugar. So that should be more than enough for a small child, or a big one like you.
But it's very hard for parents to say no to their children on Easter Sunday, especially if they've sort of given up, you know, their favourite treats in the weeks beforehand. Yeah. And it's sort of a thing of, oh, look, just indulge yourself, gorge, and we'll forget about it for this day. But I suppose with that in mind, there are healthier options in terms of chocolate and cocoa content.
Yeah, there are, of course. Now, you know, chocolate does have some health benefits. It's full of antioxidants, things like resveratrol, which we get in red wine as well. So that is in cocoa. There's minerals. There are chemicals that help release feel-good.
Okay,
serotonin, dopamine. So, you know, chocolate can make us feel good. It's also got a stimulant in it called theobromine, a little bit like caffeine. So small amounts will help alertness and focus. Large amounts can cause insomnia. So take it easy. It's also very poisonous for dogs. So don't be giving your leftover chocolate to your dog because you can poison it.
Really?
Yeah.
But there's different types of chocolate. So all of those health benefits are not going to be found in the average chocolate that we're buying. They're going to be in dark chocolate. A dark chocolate, like this 70% dark chocolate that you buy, that's got cocoa solids, it's got cocoa fat and a little bit of sugar, but less than 30% sugar. So that potentially has some health benefit. And you probably only eat a little bit of that because it's quite strong tasting, and that's, you know, the theory. A little bit of the good quality stuff is fine. What we tend to eat most of in Ireland is milk chocolate. And that has got a little bit of the cocoa solids, a little bit of cocoa fat, a lot of sugar. So 50 to 60% sugar, about 30% fat. It doesn't leave much room for the chocolate in there.
So is it a case of educating ourselves in terms of, because, you know, they are going to get a big haul of Easter eggs. So the idea is don't eat them all, obviously, in the one day. Yeah. And then whatever you have left over, there are things you can be doing with that. Yeah,
you can. Well, first of all, I suppose, even think of other things to give instead of chocolate. So someone is going to give your kids chocolate. Yeah. So I bought my guys a waffle machine for Easter. Sorry for spoiling the surprise.
There you go.
Or a popcorn maker, something like that, or a few books, stationery, little other things, little treats, but not necessarily chocolate. And with the chocolate, it keeps for ages. You don't have to use it up straight away.
Can you freeze it or put it in the fridge?
Yeah, you can. It'll keep for 6 to 12 months in most cases anyway, but you can absolutely freeze it. It'll last twice as long then. I'd say keep it out of view, so the freezer at least is out of harm's way. Wrap it up, put it in the fridge to cool down, bang it in the freezer, and you could use it for cooking over the next 6 to 12 months for parties and stuff like that. So don't use it all in one go. Or, you know, bring it into the office, give it to people you don't like, get rid of some of it.
Which people you like. Give the eggs.
In terms of the statistics, you know, the sugar seems to be the mortal enemy of, it's the one that we're all going after now. I mean, the statistics can frighten the bejesus out of you.
Yeah.
In terms of the amounts of sugar that's in small eggs.
Yeah, it is really scary because we don't realise how much we're eating. So even small eggs, I won't mention the brand, but a small chocolate egg with a filling inside, that'll have 7 teaspoons of sugar in it. So
7?
Yeah, 7. So you might think, that's tiny. You know, that doesn't even really count, but it actually does count. Just because everyone is doing it doesn't mean it's right. Now, occasionally, fine. But if you're doing that every day, you know, that has a cumulative effect. Plus, you're getting used to that very sweet taste all of the time.
Can you counteract it by eating really healthily? Like, if I have a salad for lunch and loads of greens at my dinner, can I?
Well, I used to hope that was the case. I used to hope that was the case. Actually, the research is showing now that it doesn't counteract it. So you have to, most of the time, be on the straight and narrow, if you like.
What should our sugar intake be?
Maximum 6 teaspoons as an adult, maximum 3 teaspoons daily as a child. Yeah. So it's not very much, and that is naturally added into, you know, cereals and yogurts and things anyway.
I was going to say that because we did a segment a long time ago on the show.
Yeah.
I think it was with yourself when you were saying even, you think you're being very good, you're getting yogurts for the kids, but the amount of sugar in the yogurts for the kids.
Yeah. Yeah, I know it's quite scary because we love sugar, it tastes good, but it does have a health impact on us. A little bit of what you fancy, some of the time, but not all of the time. So for Easter, you just don't go mad. And bear in mind, you know, that massive big stash. A large egg can have 50 teaspoons of sugar in it.
But also it's got to do with, you know, the child on the day, whatever about the sugar intake, which is horrific, and trying to monitor that side of things, their mood can go so high to so low. And you are dealing with children, small children, my experience, having a meltdown and being upset and crying, and it's all before 11 a.m.
Yeah, I know. That's
Thankfully,
not much.
I'm in work tomorrow. Not my problem.
Your poor husband. That's not much fun, and because there's also a certain amount of caffeine in chocolate, and the darker the chocolate, the more caffeine.
That's not good for them, surely, these mood
of course
swings.
It's not. No, of course it's not. You know, a little bit is fine, but if you chew your way through 2 or 3 Easter eggs, you're going to feel a bit sick, and you're going to get that sugar crash afterwards as well. And the parents are dealing with the consequences. Yeah, afraid so.
Are you? Do you need these?
I'm going to just show you this. This is cocoa fat. So we're talking about the different types of chocolate. The one I didn't mention, white chocolate.
Yeah.
People think that's healthy. It's white. The white colour is not from dairy. It's from this cocoa fat, which is just like palm fat or vegetable oil. That's all it is. So white chocolate is sugar, vanilla, and fat. That's what you're eating when you eat white chocolate. So better quality, a little bit less, that's okay.
Okay, but stick to the dark chocolate.
Stick to the dark
if
chocolate.
we can.
Yeah, stick to the
Yeah, we need to do a taste test
a little bit of
here.
a taste test.
Thanks a million, Heather.
Enjoy.
So all of that have a lovely history.
Thank you.
And do you need these? Or
No, excuse me.
Thanks so much for joining us, and
Thank
have
you.
a lovely day tomorrow.
Thank you.
Yourself.